Hello, everybody. We're Group 9, and we're going to present today about the Spice Station. I'm Devin Weiss.
Kumar Kropati.
Monica Garcia,
Valeria Cifuentes,
and Mariah Noyola. So I'll be going over Spice Station's company background. So a little background on Zohair. Before opening up Spice Station, he earned his certification as a French cuisine chef in New York City, and while employed as a chef at the Omni Hotel, he was a second-place winner at their national competition up until recently. Zohair was also a private sous chef at the King Ranch in Kingsville, Texas, while also operating his business. Spice Station opened in November of 2014 by Zohair when he was 19 years old. When he moved to Kingsville, he had nothing but $3,000 to start his restaurant and was denied any loans. But with the help of his family, he now provides and serves the best Indian cuisine in the Kingsville area, and is the only 5-star Indian cuisine restaurant in a 500-mile radius. Zohair has many goals he would like to reach for his restaurant. He wants Spice Station to remain local, to maintain and grow his business's reputation, and to keep the business within his family. Zohair runs his business focusing on 3 aspects that he finds vital to his restaurant and reputation. They are good people, good service, and a good environment. Zohair also has a goal to retire his parents who currently work alongside him, and to hire partners in the future to either expand to the Corpus Christi or Rio Grande Valley area. Now he is currently working on expanding his current restaurant to a 3-in-1 that offers a restaurant, convenience store, and hookah lounge, which he refers to as an Indian Buc-ee's. Lastly, his long-term goal is to dominate South Texas as the go-to Indian cuisine, and to retire himself and open a smaller shop at his favorite place, College Station. So for the interview portion, we asked him, how have you dealt with low team morale in the past, and provide an example of when you had to give a bad performance review. He answered that sometimes, since there are students that are working for him, they don't care as much as he does, so he believes in management by walking around. So he shows employees how to complete the tasks so they can be comfortable. He values a reward system and takes them out to eat where they haven't been before. He said when someone comes in with a bad attitude, he gives them the day off so they can be rested, and he cares and talks to his employees on a personal level. He also does verbal and written warnings, and after the 3rd memo, you're fired. We asked him, how well do you handle the traffic at peak hours, and do you hire more employees? He says his motto is keep calm and handle them one by one. He said an employee once hid in a walk-in cooler because they couldn't handle it. So he emphasized his motto on keep calm and curry on. Another question we asked was, how does he keep track of his progress? He answered he makes sure he remembers his customers. The more repeating customers means you're getting progress. He knows most of his customers by their last name and knows what the regular customers are going to purchase each time they come in. Another question was, what are your future goals for the restaurant, and where do you see your company in 5 years? He answered his goal, he said, is to make sure his business is successful with a good reputation, and he wants to remain regional and not expand so far. Our next question that we asked him was, how do you describe your leadership style? He said his leadership style is management by walking around. He said he makes sure he isn't lazy at work so his employees won't be lazy. And the last question that we asked him was, describe a situation where you failed. What did you learn about yourself, and how did you change as a result? So with this one he answered, he says he has never failed because he knows what he's doing. He said his family is his biggest support, and if they weren't there, he would fail because he can't trust anyone but them. He says that since no one has talked bad about him and his restaurant, that he hasn't failed yet.
Okay, so I want to talk about the company structure. The financial performance, he didn't really go into details, but he did mention from his old location, he would see about 30 to 50 people. And now with his 2 new locations, He sees about 300 to 500 people a day. He has two types of structures with his business that we usually see in small businesses, which is a changing structure and a functional structure. The changing structure is because small businesses are constantly finding new ways and having their management developed, and having teams is not something they really do. Since he doesn't employ a lot of people and it is family based, he has a small structure to work with. And the reason why it's a functional structure is because they all have similar tasks every day. They all have the same food and they conduct customer service on the daily with everyone they see.
Considering the leadership skills and styles that Mr. Sohair exhibits, we came up with main goal, sub goal that we believe will further expand his business. The first main goal is to hire employees outside of the family in order to increase their productivity and services. For example, in case of an extreme family emergency, hired non-family employees will be able to continue business hours instead of shutting down business completely. So we are aware that this is a family-owned business and the comfort of having family members working for Mrs. Sohair is high. However, a lot of Mrs. Sohair's concerns of hiring employees outside of the family are the influence that he brings upon his culture. As an Indian, he's already inherited the leadership roles that his family bestowed upon him because he is the oldest son. Therefore, anything that he has and will implement into his business is based on his decisions and his decisions alone. But not hiring employees outside of the family takes away room for improvement, like new skills, competencies that family members do not have. And so the benefits of hiring non-family employees is having an outside view of the business and the ability to encounter experiences and challenges that are different than that of employees who are related to Mrs. Sohair. Also, hiring non-family employees into a family-owned business can be beneficial to the business in a dynamic way because it may add less biased perspective on how business is managed. Lastly, our sub-goals include Mr. Sohair investing in marketing strategies which utilizes other social media platforms in order to expand his customer base. Lastly, our sub-goals include Mr. Sohair investing in new marketing strategies which utilizes social media platforms such as Instagram, Snapchat, Tumblr, and so on in order to expand his customer base. He also needs to consistently update his Facebook page and respond to customers in a timely manner as well. As for the mission and vision statement, Mr. Sohair currently does not have one in place. However, he is out for any suggestions. We took the liberty of making one for him and are currently waiting upon his approval. The mission statement is to perform efficiently and deliver outstanding services to our valued customers with the highest level of quality in the process of making authentic Indian cuisine. And our vision statement includes to lead the South Texas region with the diversity of cooking and authentic cultural experiences.
All right, here we have the Golden Circle. The Golden Circle was developed by Simon Sek. The Golden Circle represents an organization, what an organization is all about. The majority of companies and organizations know exactly what they do. These are the products they sell, the services they offer. Our guy, Zohair, knows that he provides authentic Indian cuisine, style cuisine. Some organizations know how they do it. These are things that make them special or set them apart from their competition. Zohair knows that his competition is limited in Kingsville and that he provides superior customer service, which puts him above the competition. What Zohair struggles at, and like most organizations struggle, is why they do what they do. Like I said, very few organizations know why they do what they do. Why is not about making money. Money is a result. It's a purpose, cause, belief. It's the very reason why your organization exists. I will touch more on how knowing why will help Zohair inspire future employees later. Here we have the 5 practices of exemplary leadership. First we have model the way. Zohair does a great job by modeling the way because he manages while wandering around. This establishes the principles on the way people should be treated and the way goals should be pursued. Next, I'll go to the challenging the process. Zohair does well also at this. Challenging the process is challenging the status quo. Zohair wanting to expand into the hookah lounge slash spice station restaurant is a prime example of this. The other three leadership practices Zohair needs to work on. Zohair needs to develop the why from Simon Sinek's The Golden Circle. If he develops why, he will inspire a shared vision among employees, enable others to act, and encourage the heart.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the leadership style and theory. Management by wandering around or management by walking around is the type of style that Zohair uses in the restaurant. This is typically seen in food industries and retail just because it connects the manager to get on one-on-one with the employees. It also helps in trying to find solutions to problems. If there's equipment needed to be replaced, in statuses of jobs, if they need it to be updated, it all helps out by having a manager around at all times. This is also we see in an authoritative and democratic leader. Combined, this is what we see in Zohair because he has both the way of having a goal set up and having each of his family, in this case, help achieve that goal. And then in theory, we have the path goal theory, which is a supportive leader who makes the working environment friendly and welcoming. When you walk into the restaurant, it is so welcoming with like if you're at home. And the food, it just makes you just want to sit there and be there all day. So this helps because the employees don't feel stressed. They don't feel frustrated when they're at work. The last leadership style we see is achievement-oriented leadership because he set goals for not only himself but his employees. And every day he strives and helps his employees to achieve those goals. And if it's in customer service or learning the techniques of his food styles.
Next, we'll be talking about the action plan. There are several steps and tips we have composed into an action plan that will produce the end results Zohair wishes to see. The first and foremost issue we want to address is the mission statement. In our interview, Zohair had no current mission statement. It was categorized more as a slogan. We suggested the development of a creative and authentic mission statement. The action plan we would want to offer for this is to find, keep, and voice his values through a mission statement. Values are the solid ground for a business, and Zohair definitely wants his restaurant to portray them. Through his values and cultures, though his values and cultures are shown through his dishes, we want his voice to be louder and impacting through a proper mission statement. The next issue that we want to talk about are the fact that he has few family employees. Zohair has few employees that all represent just his family. Because of his desire to expand the restaurant, we would recommend that he expand his team. Our action plan suggests for Zohair to step out of his comfort zone as a leader. This way, Zohair has helped delivering his mission and vision. As the owner and with his type of leadership, Zohair takes on many responsibilities that he can definitely distribute to other employees. Our next issue deals with the social media and issuing roles. Currently, Zohair does not keep up with his social media platforms and lets word of mouth be his advertisement. The desired state we would impose is more advertisement and interactions with customers through social media, apps, and rewarding programs, etc. The action plan for this is hiring employees and assigning specific roles. Zohair would serve as the manager and allow employees to take charge on the tasks they would do best. For example, having a marketer to control the social media. Our last concern is transitioning from a local mindset to a regional mindset. Zohair's only location is in Kingsville, Texas. His desired state would be to regionally expand to Corpus, the Rio Grande Valley area, and essentially to his dream location, College Station. The action plan for this, as a leader, is to focus his employees to get on the same page in terms of values and goals. Each employee should feel a sense of belonging and ownership within the restaurant. Not only should Zohair teach them the company values, but ask them what their own values are. The end result could be defining and carrying out the mutual values so that everyone produces work at their maximum. Zohair should always motivate his employees by this type of communication and empowerment. Group 9 would like to thank you for watching our presentation, and if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, we'd love to hear them.